Have you ever noticed how people always look rich, but they're always broke? They have the luxury brands, the new iPhone, they have everything, but their bank account is gasping for air. That lifestyle is not success. What that lifestyle actually is luxury poverty. And most people are just going to die broke. And in today's world of social media, everybody's online just flexing, showing off what they got, but we know they're broke. So in this video, I want to have a conversation about exactly what is luxury poverty and the things that you could do to avoid falling into that trap. So luxury poverty is when people's lifestyle looks extremely expensive, but that is not the truth. The full story behind it all is people living with a bunch of debt or they're just simply broke. You see, this is when someone makes $80,000, $100,000, $200,000 and they're still living paycheck to paycheck. The reason being is as soon as their income increases, their lifestyle increases. And people continuously live their life with never ever living below their means. They're always matching their income with their spending. But this is the crazy thing. They're really good at imagining wealth, but they're not good at actually being wealthy. And it's not only the rich people, it's just the normal day-to-day people, the middle age, the people in their 20s, that all they're doing is seeing what other people are doing, not paying attention to how they're getting it, just simply the fact that they have it and they say, that's what I want. By any means necessary. Buy now, pay later, pull out a home line equity loan from their house, using a bunch of credit cards, doing all of that to maintain and live a lifestyle that they can't afford. Now, you and I know that Halloween is just once a year, and luxury poverty is just that. People don't put their costume on only one time a year for Halloween. They're putting their costume on throughout the whole entire year, living a life that is not truly theirs. But behind that mask is nothing but money stress, anxiety, debt, struggle, paycheck to paycheck, which is the true version of who they really are. Now, you may be wondering how people fall into this trap. There's 4 reasons. The first one is social media and the constant pressure coming from society. You see, marketing is really good at what it does. And most of us just walk around showing our brands, projecting an image that we truly do not have. So when you're constantly seeing all these ads and everyone on social media just flaunting and showing off, you subconsciously think those are things that you need to do to project that you actually have wealth as well. But of course, you feel like you deserve it because you see everyone else doing it and life is short. Everyone wants to be rich and look rich, but no one actually wants to do the work to be rich. But I know we are not like that. We look at that and we know, okay, that's a house of cards that's going to collapse. So many people, you know, they don't have that money. All they're doing is living a life of debt because everyone on social media is flexing and no one is confessing. The second reason is emotional spending. You have a bad day and the first thing you want to do is go retail therapy shopping, even though you do not have the money. But hey, buy now, pay later is there, right? Klarna is there, Afterpay is there. It's all there for you to feed into your impulsive emotional spending. You had a bad day at work? Well, I guess you need new shoes. You just had a breakup? Well, then you need to go on vacation. Every time something happens in your life, you feel like you have to reward yourself with buying stuff that you cannot even afford. You see, money is a tool that can affect you in so many ways. And the most important way is for freedom. That's what money truly is. It's a tool for freedom. But time and time again, people don't use money as a tool of freedom. People use money as a therapy session. The third reason is lifestyle creep. As soon as people's income start increasing, everyone then wants to increase their spending. And that is a way for you to put yourself in a trap where in times like now, when you're dealing with inflation and wage stagnation, you are never going to catch up. You see, when your income increases, that's when you need to start saving more. But now everyone is continuously spending more. You move into a bigger apartment, you increase your wardrobe. Now that raise that you got, that you could have done so good with, paying off your debt, putting it to investments to build some wealth, now is being wiped away simply because you cannot delay instant gratification. And the fourth reason why people fall into this trap, and this to me is the number one reason, people live a financed life. There's a big confusion with people looking at what the wealthy do, which is leveraging, and what the middle class do, which is using debt. It's not the same thing. Everyone now decides to finance a car, finance a damn cell phone, pay 4 payments on a burrito. Everything in life right now is being financed, and people are acting like that's normal. And if you continue to live a life with just financing everything, you're not living a rich lifestyle. What you're doing is you're renting a lifestyle that you cannot afford. And what's worse about this all is that lifestyle is being fueled by the interest payment you're paying on all your debt. Now, here are a few signs of people who live in luxury poverty and might not even know it, and you might be one of them. You make good money, but you still stress out about bills. You cannot go one paycheck without your financial world crumbling. You buy things to impress people, not something to add value to your life. And we all know this one. People know exactly what their credit score is. Everyone can tell you the credit score right away, but no one can tell you what their net worth is. If you live that life, that's a sign right there that you're in luxury poverty. And also, you have the most expensive items, but no money in investment accounts at all. Yeah, you might have a great fancy car, but if you have $0 in investments, that right there is a sign of luxury poverty. Now, if the things that I said hit a little too close to home, you're like, man, is he talking to me? Don't worry about it. I got good news for you. I could tell you ways to get out of that. The first thing you want to do is build quiet wealth. Stop trying to perform as if you're rich. Actually be rich. What you need to do is put money into your investment accounts, live on less than what you make, drive reliable cars, and wear simple clothes. And every money you have left over in the end of the month, that's the money you need to put in your wealth building funds, which is your brokerage account with the Roth IRA, invest in the S&P 500, something simple, and that's the only way you're going to build true wealth. Now, the next thing you need to do is master the 50-30-20 budget rule. This is something that you do not need to follow to a T. It's going to be damn near impossible to hit those numbers exactly. But this is something you want to focus on and try to get as close as possible, which is 50% on needs, 30% on wants, and 20% on saving and debt. Now, if you are able to stay at least close to these numbers, you will not live a reckless life. And every time you get an increase in pay, everything in your life is elevating. Your savings and your investments. Your needs are increasing as well, and also your wants. The third thing you need to do is invest before you impress. Before you start buying things that lose value, and I'm gonna tell you something, there's going to be things in life that you're gonna buy that's gonna lose value, but it cannot be every single thing. You have to have the ability to understand there's some things I'm gonna buy that, well, it's gonna lose value, like a car. But doesn't mean you need to get a car that you cannot afford simply because it's like, well, it's an excuse for me to just buy something just to buy something. No, you cannot live a life of having things only losing in value, having so much liability. You have to save and you have to invest. The real designer brands is stocks, Roth IRAs, 401ks. That's the true designer brand. The fourth thing you need to do is to budget for joy, not for image. Spend money on experiences that you like. Spend money on things that make you richer. Let's be honest, luxury poverty is getting you nowhere. You're stressed out. It doesn't work. Rather than trying to look rich, spend more time trying to be rich. Be patient with your time. Don't try to rush it, but eventually you will get there. And number 5 is to pay yourself first. The only way to escape luxury poverty is if you put money into your savings account first before you get all reckless and go out and spending your money on things that you really can't afford. But at least you know if you automatically put in money into your investments, at least you know on the back end you're building wealth. So all the dumb decisions that you're making after you put your investments, at least you know you have that covered. But certainly you need to stop making dumb decisions after you take care of your investments, because if you continue to live that lifestyle, all you're doing is increasing the amount of money you would need to retire debt-free. You see, luxury poverty looks glamorous to everyone else on the outside, but truth be told, that's the most stressful life that you certainly need to avoid. Now, what's the new flex? Owning stuff, having assets, stocks, index funds. That right there is the true flex. So guys, let me ask you a question. Can you spot someone that's living that luxury poverty life? Drop a comment down below and let me know the things that you see that they do and you know they don't got it. And at the same time, hit the like, leave a comment, and subscribe. Peace.